Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Vaos, and today in this episode I'm going to be revising an older episode on how to build an SSTO with a payload, or a small SSTO with a payload. So let's go ahead and get started, because I went ahead and took a sleeping pill and I'm hoping I can get this done before I start falling asleep. Haha. First of all, MK1 cockpit. Alright, now this SSTO is going to be a little different than what you're used to if you've seen this video or the older video before. What am I looking for? Aha. We need a way to rescue our Kerbal, just in case the highly likely event something goes wrong. This SSTO is going to be the basic Eureka class, but it's going to have a little bit of a twist. I'm going to put a fairly large satellite on it, and it's not going to be able to go into the... Actually, do we need this? It's not that heavy. We're not actually going to go into space using just jet engines alone. We're going to need some help, because it is a heavy payload for this craft. Alright, RCS fuel. So if you notice there, I've put a core body on here, so if you're in EVA mode, you can switch back and still control the craft remotely. Battery, RCS fuel. Now you need actual rocket fuel. This tank is all we need. Very good. And whoa. We need a form of control. We're going to use this one, but we're also going to use a combination of this smaller one to help with its control, because it is a heavy satellite and we're going to need plenty of torque on our SAS. Now let's get out our turbojet engine. Alright, cool, looks good. Let's go ahead and put some wings on her, some delta wings. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to hit the X key for symmetry. Hold down Shift key and let's see, what do we got here? Hold down Shift key and I'm tapping the A key. You can use the ASWD keys, but for this one I'm holding down the A key while I'm holding down Shift at the same time. I'm going to put it a little higher, a little lower. There we go. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit, because you also have to make room for the control surfaces that you're going to be putting in the back there. Alright, as you can see, I put a little bit of a tilt to it. It's a dihedral design. It allows for better stabilization of the craft, because both wings, well, in reality, when a wing, what was that? Oh, looks like a message. Aha, somebody's messaging me. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Okay, when the wing goes over, when it goes through the wind, from what I understand, the air surface on top is, well, don't get me started lying, but all I know is the differences in air pressure kind of sucks the wing upwards into the sky. So if you have a dihedral design, it sucks it up at an angle towards the body. So technically this wing kind of wants to go this way, this wing kind of wants to go this way, and they balance each other out and allowing for the craft to have better stabilization. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't just lie to you. Alright, so we need tail fins. So I could go like this, sure. That'd look kind of cool actually. And I could just do one at a time and look like this. Fine, that's great. However, it's been my experience that if you put them on the tips of the wings, you actually get better control when it comes to yaw. I don't know why, but you do. So I'm going to leave them right there. We'll need some of these control, winglets in the front. And it kind of has a downward slope to it, or anhedral, or whatever you call it. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it would do for the craft itself, but it looks cool. Alright. Let me see. What do I need? What do I need? Okay, we're going to need to add more. We're going to have to put another wing on here. Because I've already built this craft a couple of times trying to get it right. I'm holding down shift and oops, I screwed that one up. Crap. Holding down shift and aha, A key. I've already built this craft a couple of times and it's gonna need this extra wing in the front. Get up there. Damn it. Come on. There we go. Just like so. That looks nice. Oh, looks really nice. It's gonna need that extra wing up there, as you'll see in a little bit. Okay, now we're going to need some small control surfaces. The reason why I'm using the small ones and not the large ones is because this large control surface, it takes up a lot of space and you only get 0.7 lift on it. And plus it weighs 0.04 compared to this one, which is 0.01, and you get 0.5. So you'll be able to put like 4 of these on here and get a crap load more lift than you would if you just put one of these on here. Alright. Okay, so I just held down the Alt key and I clicked the part, and that clones it for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part, and I'm actually going to double it up because the satellite is heavy. There we go. Beautiful. Same thing with the front. I'm going to alt click here, and we're going to put some more lift. Put some more lift on this thing. Go inside the body so you get a better, be able to see it better. Come on. There we go. Alt click. And I screwed up. That was my bad. You have to start from the back. I'm going to put 5 of them on here. Start from the back a little bit and then work your way up. Come on. There you go. Alt click. Alt click. Alt click. And alt clicky. And I'm going to try to put one more in here if I can. There we go. Come on. Come on, work for daddy. I'll take it. There we are. Okay. Cool. We're getting there. Now we need ram air intakes. And I like to use multiple ram air intakes to allow the jet engine to get at very high altitudes before it has to use the rockets. Some people think of it as cheating, but I like to think of it as that this ram air intake, it's a part, just like a piston is a part to an engine. Sure, you could have an engine with one piston in it. I'm sure you'd get somewhere, I don't know if quickly, but you'd get somewhere. So I want my engine, or ram air intake, to be very powerful, so I'm going to put multiple pistons in this thing, or multiple ram air intakes in this thing. So if they're parts, why not use them? I'm going to use as many parts as I can. As you can see there, I use this little itty bitty cubic strut. Is it a cubic strut? Yes, cubic octagonal strut. Right. And I placed it on here, and now you have like a little platform to put these things on the side. I'm going to hold down Alt, click, bring it back. Hopefully it doesn't give me the dreaded red color. Green, there we go. Because I do not have angular snap on. Come on, there you go. And normally it works pretty good with 6 on either side, but we're going to go a little bit more. Just a little bit more. As far back as we can, actually. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 18. That's a whole lot. It's actually a lot more than what we need, but I will take it. Okay. Now we need rockets for this thing when it gets into space. That way it can get into orbit. Come on. Work for me. There you go. Beautiful. Look how nice that looks. Oh, gorgeous. Actually, I'd probably move it up just a teeny bit. There we go. I don't know, that probably didn't do anything, but okay. Let's see here. We need a way to power the craft if we're not in daylight, or if the engines aren't on. Here we are. Thermoelectric generator. And we'll put those somewhere on the bottom of the craft. Just tuck them away somewhere so they can't see them. Come on. Alright, that's good. That'll work. And I hit save even though I haven't named the craft just yet. Okay, what do we need now? Actually, we need to go ahead and put some... get the little details in here. Aha, a ladder. And I'm going to put 2 ladders on either side because you never know. There we go. Plus it helps equalize the weight even though it's pretty much a paperweight, but every little bit counts. And we'll put some of these ladder bar, rail bar thingamajigs right there. Okay, that's good. Now we got to get the strut connectors because these wings are not connected to each other. Take off angular snap and put them together. Very good. And of course we want to do the same thing with this smorgasbord of parts right here, because when we get onto the runway it's kind of bow and bend. It's not going to be pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and take from right here and just connect it. There we go. Give it a little bit of strength. Okay. We need some RCS thrusters. Obviously, I'm going to put some right here. Make sure your angular snap-o is on. Whoops, doesn't like that. There we go. And turn your angular snap off, because if you leave it on, it would look really weird when you put the stuff on. So you just take the angular snap off, and now you're free to put it where it's supposed to be. Now we're going to use also the linear RCS ports for side-to-side movement. Angular snap on. Click. Good. Same thing with this side. Make sure your angular snap is off. Click. Very good. Now you don't want to leave it like this because this end is going to be much heavier than the front. So when you try to move side from side and you have the same amount of thrust on either side, this one's going to have more to push with the power that it has compared to this one, which has not as much to push with the power it has. So if you try to move side to side, you'll eventually start turning right or left. So what you want to do in order to fix that problem, I'm going to hit Alt and click. You want to put another one on here. That way it has sufficient thrust to push the craft side to side. Allows for better docking capability. Of course, we won't put any docking capability on this craft just yet. I'm just trying to get this thing into space. You can do that on your own. Now I'm going to put some sort of way to have forward thrust. Take angular snap off. And it's got to be one of these buttons. There we go. WASD keys and the Q and E key. Move the stuff around. Now I'm going to use this thruster as kind of a marker. Because I used angular snap, that means it's right in line with the spacecraft. That being said, I'm going to try to get this line right here, and then bring it down to the dark circle right here. So this is in line, and it's just touching this dark circle, which means that if I grab this and Alt click and do the same like so, then that means that they're pretty damn close. Beautiful. So if I use them for forward thrust, he'll be pretty darn close to the center of mass. Okay, so what do we got here? We got our roll, we got our side to side, we got our back, we got our forth, we got our pitch up, we got our pitch down. We are good to go. Now we need some landing gears. There we go. I'm going to turn off symmetry and turn on angular snap. And I'm actually going to take this and flip it. Whoops, not like that, like this. That way, when I grab this, Alt click, turn on symmetry, turn off angular snap, and flip this darn thing this way. Here we go. Like so. Notice that the tires, which one is it? Okay, touch the ground at the same time. Ish. Which means that when it's on the runway, it'll stay kind of level, kind of straight. If I was to take this and actually have it where the wheel was like so, if you can tell, there we go. Notice the front wheel touches the ground first before the back wheels do, which means that the nose would be kind of up and the ass end would be kind of down. And while some people might prefer that, I think it kind of looks kind of strange. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this, flip it around, and voila. Alright, so I'm going to take this, turn symmetry back on, turn angular snap off. I'm going to hold down shift key and aha, I tapped the A key. There we go, now it's kind of level. I'm going to try to go back as far as I can so that when this thing pulls up, these wheels are going as far back as possible so this ass end of the jet engine won't strike the ground as it pulls up. Alright, we're pretty much done with the actual craft. This craft is space-worthy. It's ready to go up into the stars. Or orbit. So we'll save, but now we need to put a satellite on here. And it is going to be a big one. Well, you know, big in my standards. I'm used to building little probe-like satellites, but ever since they changed the dish, and changed it from a small dish to a huge dish, it's still a beautiful dish, don't get me wrong. But it makes the smaller probe-like satellites look a little ridiculous. Okay. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to put this here first, because if you try to put... come on. There you go. If you try to put this piece on here first, it floats above the fuel engine. Or the fuel tank floats above it. See? And it looks kind of weird. So I'm just going to put that there. It's not that heavy. It'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead, click Alt. Alt click. Alright. We got a little thing right there. Now we need to do another one because, like I said, it is kind of big. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this again. Alt click. But this time I'm going to turn angular snap off, put symmetry on, and I'm going to do this. If you can tell, it's working on both sides. Bring it up just a little bit, try to get it center. That's a little off. That should be good. Alright. Take this and now I'm going to flip it around. Like so. Very good. Now I'm going to try to, you know, I know that realistically a lot of physics in Kerbin, or KSP, is off by a lot. But we're going to try to keep this as close to reality as possible. By that I mean I'm going to put a type of nose cone on this thing to allow it to cut through the atmosphere a whole lot better. So you have your nose cone, then you'll have your satellite trailing behind it, or payload. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this octagonal strut, and I'm going to put it here for now, because what I'm inevitably going to do, where are you? So I'm going to grab this little guy for decoupler and put him here, but it's floating again. It's a weird floaty thing. So in order to fix that problem, I'm going to put this here, put that there, grab both of them, and pull them back a little bit. Ta-da! Fixes that problem. Okay, now what else do we need? We need to start building our fairly big satellite. Alright, we're going to use this one, LV909. Put that right there. We're going to use the smallest FLT 100 fuel tank. Yeah, up. There we go. Now, of course, it's not the smallest, but once you go past this, you're talking about probe size fuel tanks. So that's the smallest non-probe size fuel tank. Okay, and let's see what else we got. We need a form of control. Put this here. How heavy is that? 0.1. Still kind of lightweight. It's not that much. Alright, so we have form of control. I'm going to put a battery on here. Let's see, what is it? 0.05, 0.01. Every little bit counts. Just put a small one on there. And for our satellite dish, if you can see, it doesn't quite connect very well. Half of its body is missing into the other structure. So in order to fix this, grab yourself a small little cubic octagonal strut, and now try it. Ta-da! Okay, that works. Now we're going to put on some of these smaller pieces of equipment. Okay, put that there. Actually, like this. Okay, good. Try to center it up using angular snap. And of course our thermometer. Very good. And now what? I wonder if that would work. Mystery goo. I don't want to make this thing too big, because it's already pushing it. You know what? We're just going to put something up there for now. I'm not going to try to get super detailed. Alright, we got our little antennas. Definitely need those. And I'm going to hold down Shift and the S key. Give them a little bit of a kind of an angle to them. Makes it look a little cool. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. Actually, you might want to put them on top there. Can't tell what way that is. Give me that. There you go. Oh, make sure your symmetry's on. Uh-oh. I feel the sleeping pills start kicking in. Come on, come on, come on. And you know what? Not all of these solar panels are teeny tiny. So I'm going to put the big ones on there. Alright. There we go. A little bit farther back. There we go. And I think we are done. Control, satellite, doohickeys, solar panels, engine, fuel. Good, good. Now we need to tie it down. Keep it from wobbling. Angular snap is off. Alright, here's good. Alright. Now let's get some form of parachutes on there, because that would suck if we had the ability to detach from the craft, but no ability to slow down. Defeats the purpose completely. I'm going to put on angular snap. Come on. Come on, work for me. You don't want them too close to the cockpit or else the poor Kerbal can't get in or out, which would really suck. I don't even know if he can right now. It could be stuck forever. And I'm going to put 2 back here so that if we do get into a position where I have to save the whole craft, I can. But if I can't, then I'll say fuck it, and off he goes into his little escape pod. And I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to put lights on here. Don't need to, but I want to. Let's see, WASD keys. Come on, there you go. Okay. I'm going to put it underneath so it's not kind of like blatantly on top. I'm going to put it underneath and flip it around. Come on. There you go. Oops, almost there. A little bit more. A little bit more. Try that. It looks good. It looks good on paper. Yeah, that's alright. I'd rather have it closer, but, you know, running out of time. I think by George, we got it. One more light. Put one right here. Get in real nice and close. Okay, and I'm going to hold down the shift key. It looks like the Q key. It looks a little funky. Just a teeny bit. Grab that like so. Bring it up a little bit. Take that stupid thing off. There we go. Holding down shift. Okay, I was gonna have to do. Alright, looking, searching, analyzing. I think we're ready. Nope, one more thing we almost forgot. This thing does need plenty of lift, so I'm gonna use the Delta Deluxe winglets because they look pretty cool. And I'm going to come down here, hold down shift, and D key. I'm going to bring it right above this payload. Let's check on our center of mass, center of lift. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to bring it farther back. That's not going to work either. Son of a biscuit. Alright, I'm going to bring that farther back, but I'm going to take this and move it up some. Even though it's probably not going to do lickety. There we go. I'm thinking maybe I should take one of these off. Crapola. I'm gonna put one more back here. Damn it, I don't want to put too much. Okay, one more. Just one. Put it right underneath the rocket engines. Make sure it's attached to the wing. Matter of fact, I'll just put it right here. That should do. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And we're going to name this SSTO Mark 7, which is basically just the Eureka class design, only updated, upgraded a little bit, and with a heavier payload. Make sure we got all our stuff. And that is the rocket engine to the satellite. You want to put that on the very top. This is the separation doohickey to the satellite. You want to put that on the very top. These three are the engines we need. You want to leave them on the bottom. And you do not want the parachutes and decoupler together in the same place, because if you have an emergency, you want to decouple first, then parachute, most of the time. Okay. You want both these parachutes to be in the same thing, just in case you're trying to save the entire craft first, and if that doesn't work, then decouple. Or, yeah, I just ate my own words. Don't worry about it. Action groups. Alright, you want the abort. I'm going to go ahead and put that for decouple for the abort button. Number 1 will be our turbojet engine. We're going to slide in here, and then we're going to click each and every single one of these so that we can turn them off when we can't use them anymore to lower our drag. Come on, there you go. Okay. Just get right behind it and click it. And I believe it was, what, 9 on either side? So 3, 6, 9. So that's 3, 6, 9. Okay, good. And number 2, we want our rocket engines. Toggle. Make sure they're good. And we want number 5 to be our ladders. Toggle ladder. Make sure it's both selected. Good. And for our parachutes, we're going to put number 10 down, just in case we want to deploy all of them at the same time. And we'll take these back parachutes. Where are they? Yes, these are the back ones, right? Good. And we're going to move them up here. There we go. So if all else fails and this whole body explodes, we'll go ahead and decouple and get away. But if we're falling and we just need help, we just hit number 0 on our keyboard, and all these will deploy at the same time. Sweet. Save and check. Good. Save and launch. Here we go. Bob Crumman behind the wheel. I'd rather he not be, but I have faith that this probably will work. Alright. You know what? I royally messed up. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. What I mean by royally is that recently it's been brought to my attention that I can jury-rig these fuel tanks to help save weight. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. I'm going to grab a small octagonal strut, flip it around, there we go, and then I'm going to take a decoupler, very good, flip it around, try to get it, and we got it. Okay, good. Octagonal strut, put another one on there, and then I'm going to take a I-beam, a big one, flip it around, outwards away from the craft, and then I'm going to put a structural panel right here. You might be thinking to yourself, what the hell is he doing? Don't worry, everything will be explained. I'm going to put a Rocco Max fuel tank right here. Very good. And I'm going to put a big, giant, fat engine on there. There we go. And I'm going to give it some means of support, so when it hits the ground, it doesn't explode. There we go. I held down Shift and, of course, tapped on the A-W keys. And that looks pretty good. Alright, I think... Nope. Forgot to have my symmetry on. Okay, now we're ready. Save and make sure these engines aren't anywhere near our stuff. It's okay, we can put them anywhere as long as they're way out top, far away from everything else. There we go. Because we are going to leave these behind. Which one is this? It looks like it's the right one. Okay, good. And launch. Here we are. Beautiful. Looks like we're going to run out of daylight pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it. Let's fast forward again. Went a little too fast. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, that's good. I can live with that. Can't believe he stayed in there for 2 days straight. He is hardcore. Okay. What you want to do is you want to grab this guy. Oh, first you want to grab this guy. Activate engine. And burn it. And you want to grab this guy, this fuel tank. Alt, click the other fuel tank. And since it's still running technically, I'm going to empty out some of the oxidizer. Since we're not going to, whoops, this one. Since we're not going to be using it a whole lot. And I'm going to empty it out to about half. Because we are going to need rockets to get up there. Stop. Alright. So, we're going to fly up there with half of oxidizer and a fuel tank, a full tank of liquid fuel for our jet engine. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? Let's see here. Decouple. And we are ready to go. Turn down your throttle. Engage engines. Turn off rocket engines. And here we go. Full power. SAS on, pull up. Nice and lofty, just like I like it. Gears up. Bring her out to about a little above a 45-degree angle. Whoa, she's very sensitive. Do be careful. Just a little above. Not too much, just a little above. Or maybe just right on the line. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let me fast forward through most of this. Alright, we're coming up on 20,000 meters. Once you get up to about 20,000 meters, you want to start leveling out. And I'm going to start right at 19, just to be on the safe side, because this thing is very, very heavy. That's why I put so many SAS units on here. It will flip out if you give it the opportunity. So be very, very mindful of that. Air intake is at 0.51. This engine will start giving out past 0.08. Oh, looks like we're dropping a little. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Bring the nose up. Like I said, this thing is still somewhat experimental. So I really do hope we make it. Especially with these sleeping pills starting to kick in. This is not good. Come on, baby. Come on. Make daddy happy. Yes, yes. Got plenty of air intake. Now we're starting to climb. Coming up at 800 meters per second. Okay, we're going back down on air intake. I'm going to bring the nose down a little bit, back to 10 degrees. What I'm going to do now is go to map mode. I'm going to look at my apoapsis. So far it looks good. Looks like we ran out of air. I'm going to bring down my engine throttle a little bit. There we go. Apoapsis is climbing again. I'm just going to use the apoapsis. Well, it looks like... Okay, it looks like we ran out of engine air again. Alright. I throttled down a little bit. Apoapsis is climbing again. We just want speed right now. Just trying to get speed. Air intake is at 0.01. I've barely got the throttle on. We're just squeezing out, barely squeezing out any thrust. But it's just enough to where the atmosphere is so thin, even this little bit of thrust is enough. Okay, even though the air intake says 0.00, it's only because of the fact that it doesn't show you the rest of the numbers of the calculations that it's doing. So technically it's 0.009555966, whatever. It's not a whole lot of air. Not a whole lot at all. Barely spitting out anything now. What do we got? Just about 80, and we're 53,000 meters up. I'm going to shut off the jet engines and close all these air intakes, reducing my drag significantly. Here we go. That means that even though it's still falling because I'm in atmosphere, the apoapsis is falling very slowly, thanks to the fact that the ram air intakes are all closed. Alright, we're in space. I'm going to point the nose down to where we're supposed to be. Since I don't have to worry about atmosphere anymore, we're good. And fast forwarding. And full burn. Alright, check out what we got here. Take the maneuver node off. 72, 76. I'm going to go ahead and give just a little bit of a burn. Turn SAS on, obviously. Need some help. It is a heavy satellite. Okay, let's go ahead and burn a little bit. Alright, 80,000 meters. We're good. We are in orbit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to turn off the rockets. There we go. And I'm going to fast forward to daylight. Looks good. Alright, preparing to deploy. Deploy. Switching over by using the hell, I forgot what the damn things are called. It's right next to the slash key, in the middle between the slash key and the P key. I forget what those things are called. They're like weird smiley faces. There it is. Man, she's big. Go ahead and make sure our throttle's down and turn on engine spacebar. 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 Okay, so it doesn't want to do it. Activate engine. And we're going to give it a little, just a tiny, small little puff. There we go. Nice. And let's go ahead and unravel our Christmas present. Oops. Well, there we go. Hoo-hoo, that's big. What the hell? Ah, darn it. It did some sort of weird floaty thing on me. That's okay. Look at that. Nice. Switching back over. Hoo-wee, that is a big payload for such a small little craft. That is a huge payload. Good Lord. Awesome. Excellent job there, Bob. Alright, well, I'm out of time. It's been about an hour. If you've seen my other videos, you can see this thing actually re-enter the Kerbin's atmosphere. It's very, very stable. Extremely stable because of the fact that it's so small and it only has one fuel tank. And a lot of times, if you look at it, we're not even halfway through its fuel yet, so it's got plenty of weight on it. It's just beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's pretty cool. I'm geeking out over that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I am Vaos, signing off.